want to ask you about January 6th and just get your take on that. Were you there on January 6th? So what was your feel that day? What was your take on that whole situation?
Well, it was a surprise. I listened to the president, and I saw the people. At the moment, I didn't think much about it. I saw people coming up the streets. I've seen protests before, whether it's the Minutemen or the other groups that have protested at the U.S. Capitol. So I didn't think much about it, and then things kind of went crazy out over there. But nobody at the moment, until after it was all over, understood quite frankly, what was going on. It was a little chaotic, as you can imagine. And so then we started getting reports in about folks, and quite frankly, it's still chaotic. A lot of people still don't understand what exactly did happen that day. I don't think there's really a fair examination of the facts that are going on now. This so-called commission that Pelosi has put together is kind of a one-way commission. We should have an honest investigation of, for instance, something I know something about. Why wasn't the National Guard called up prior to January 6th? The president, by the way, had already signed off on an executive order, President Trump, to allow the Secretary of the Army, which controls the Guard in Washington, D.C. It's not the mayor, or like you'd have governors control the Guard in the states, but in D.C., it's the Secretary of the Army. And the Secretary asked the Sergeant of Arms and asked the leadership over there if they needed Guard sent over. They said no. So this, from my perspective, if they had if they allowed the Guard to come in, which they should have been in the first place, it would never had the incursion, and that would have never happened. So it was unfortunate. I think that the facts eventually will come out because facts tend to come out, and I think the truth will come out, and it should be. Whatever the truth is, people need to know it. And I believe that that'll happen relatively soon.
I do too. Yeah. We're getting a lot of reports right now. I mean, here's one thing that I know for a fact. There were 6 men that were indicted in our areas from Orange County to Riverside County. Two men from Orange County, 4 men from Riverside County. 2 of the Riverside County men who are constituents of yours and voted for you, 2 of those men go to my church, and neither of them entered the Capitol. And here they are trying to defend themselves for going to support their president and be there to love the country that we live in, and it hurts me because I know these men, and I know their hearts, and I see the struggle they're going through, because we look at what the government's offering them. They're offering them left-wing defenders from D.C., public defenders from D.C. They don't care. That one of them actually referred to one of my congregants as a racist. And that's how they view me. But I'll defend you anyways. That's my job. And well, not if you're immediately assuming I'm a racist. And that's what we're kind of up against. It's a political game, and I do believe some bad things happened there that day. But I do know this: there was at least 500,000 people who love this country, and they're sad to see what's going on, and my heart yearns for that day where the truth comes out. Yeah. And I'm looking forward to that coming out really, really soon.
Hopefully sooner than later. I think that that's going to happen, and I think a lot of the people that have been unfortunately, charged will be released here. Or the charges dropped, I hope, relatively soon. As you know, what happened in some of these cities across America, very few of these people were ever even arrested.
Right.
And the cities literally burned to the ground, so it doesn't seem to be quite even-handed here.
Yeah.